In just 5 steps, I'm gonna show you how to design a brand guidelines. We're gonna learn each slide step by step, like what grid to use in a layout, text placements, what all slides we need to include, everything you wanna know about brand guidelines. As usual, I'm gonna keep it very easy to understand. If you want this file, you can find it in the description. It's absolutely free. Alright, sit back, relax, and let's learn about brand guidelines. Okay, before even creating a guideline, you need to have a final brand identity design which is approved by the client. Things like logo, fonts, colors, images, illustrations, etc. For this video, I'm gonna work on a cafe brand which I had done a social media grid on my previous video. I've gathered things like primary logo, secondary logo, and logo mark, fonts, colors, and other stuff. Make sure to keep everything in one layout so that it'll be really easy while designing the guidelines. Alright, then we have all the base elements. Let's move to the next step. This is a part where we research a few references from online on how we can keep the main slide, placements and other elements throughout the brand guidelines. Since we have this primary sans serif fonts, I'm going to use this for a huge heading, and then for the body copy I'm going to use this secondary font which is Helvetica, so it has clear readability. Colors, I'm going to use just 2 colors, blue and white, so we'll have that uniformity for the entire design. So I had a basic idea to show all the text in left alignment. Also, we're going to use a grid, which is the next step. Alright guys, for this design I'm going to use modular grid. Create a rectangle, go to object, path, split into grids. Number of rows we can keep 13, number of columns we're gonna keep 8, and for the gutter 25 for both. Click OK and group everything together and make it a light color. So this grid we're gonna use for all the slides throughout the branding guidelines. Add this grid over there and name it as grids. Alright guys, we're gonna move to the next step, which is the main step, designing. Let's design the first slide, which should be the cover design with the title. Let's add blue background and let's type brand guidelines. Let's increase it to 50% of the size and left align it by using the help of the grid. On the above space, we're gonna add details like client name, next to that leaving a row, brand name, and next to that project details. At the end, we're gonna add launched here, and you can see that everything I have left aligned. In the background, we can add our logo mark by increasing it to huge and reducing the opacity to 23. And then to balance, we're gonna add a logo at the right bottom. Alright, now let's design rest of the slides. Before designing each slide, I'm gonna give a small brief so that we know what we are designing. We're gonna design the second slide. Let's duplicate the slide and remove title, logo, and other details. Let's change the background color, and then we're gonna copy the title and then we're gonna change the color. This slide we're gonna make it preface. It means we have to give a small introduction about the brand. I've already added over here. I'm gonna place it on the right to give balance to the layout. Again, using the modular grid. On the top we can add details. Let's copy just 2 details from the top and place it. Now let's move to the next slide. Now let's design the third slide, which is the content slide. Okay, the content slide is where we add the topics that we're gonna show in the guidelines. First, let's add the title, and the first point of content we're gonna add is logo. Duplicate it and place it on the other side, and let's use a pen tool to create a straight line connecting both. Now we're gonna duplicate this and we're gonna add rest of the contents. Once we're done, it would look something like this. Now let's move to the next slide. Before showing the topic, we have to create a title slide, which is very similar to the main slide. So we're gonna add the title as logo, and we'll add a transparent number at the background 01, and other details it continues as it is. For other titles also, we can just duplicate the same thing and we can reuse it. Alright, so we're gonna design the first slide on the logo section. Let's duplicate it by choosing the artboard. We're gonna get rid of unwanted things. We're gonna leave the top details as it is. Just that we'll choose that and change the color to blue. Background color, let's keep white. Alright, this slide is gonna be like, we're gonna show how not to use the logo. Let's say we have the logo over here. So what people do is if they don't have space to fit in the logo, they just drag it. So we're gonna show here that we shouldn't do all these things. For example, let's increase this a bit more like this. We're gonna duplicate this and we're gonna stretch it like this horizontally, or maybe they'll go something like this also sometimes. And then on the right, we're gonna add text saying not to do all this. You can see also I've added a into over here so that they know that you shouldn't do that. Same way you can see here guys, sometimes they add shadows to the logo, so we've shown that as well. And also they'll increase the stroke and make it very thick that it just loses its originality. And also they make it like this outline, which is not at all recommended for a logo design. And also I've added a text over here saying not to do such things. Okay, so we're gonna design the next slide. Actually, before slide, because I just went into the third slide directly, I forgot the first and second slide. So let's design the first slide over here. Alright, for this slide, nothing too complicated. What we've done is we've just added the primary logo as it is, and we've added a small description about it. And then we have the secondary logo. One, we made it like a vertical so that it can be fit in the vertical spaces. And also we've used a logo mark so we can identify the brand by using this logo mark, and a small description about it. It says like what is it about and where all we can use it. Alright, the second slide would be we're gonna show a spacing around the logo. For that we're gonna just hide the grid for some time. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a square how much space we need around the logo, and then I'm gonna duplicate this and place it below. Basically we're gonna place it all 4 sides. Duplicate this again and place it one on the right and one on the left. Choose this and let's choose something like gray, and then we're gonna choose the squares and we're gonna make this a little darker. And let's choose all 4 squares and we're gonna turn it into stroke. Duplicate this one and paste it over here. We're gonna make, by using this main spacing square, we're gonna create 2 smaller size for this. So first let's duplicate this. When you go to Windows and choose transform panel, on this width section we're gonna type /2 and press enter. So we got half of the square, and then we're gonna duplicate this again and we're gonna make it much more smaller. Type /2 and press enter. So we have 3 different sizes, and we'll just get the smaller space rectangle and we'll just rotate it, and let's place it between the text and just get the text below it matching the square, the rectangle. Let's increase this. Let's duplicate this square again, and then we're gonna rotate it vertically, and let's get this over here, and let's move the logo mark to the closer until it touches the rectangle, and then we're gonna get it to the end, equal spacing between the title and the logo mark. We'll just get the square. We're gonna duplicate it and paste it all 4 sides as we did earlier. Let's increase the corners to fit the other squares. What we can do is to remember this, we can just type X. So this would be X height. Let's duplicate it and paste it over here, and this would be the third of the X. So we're gonna type /3 and duplicate it on one and place it over here. To give more detail, let's choose all the lines and we're gonna go to the stroke section, and then we're gonna give dashes. So by doing that, we successfully created a grid construction around the logo. We'll choose everything and we'll group it together, and then now let's get the grid, align it over here, and then I've got the text and paste it over here. By doing that, we have completed the logo session. Now we're gonna move to the next session. Okay guys, now we're gonna design the typography. As you see, I've duplicated the logo slide which we created. I've just changed the name to typography. Okay guys, for the typography slide, there's nothing much design involved in this, just the placements. So I'll just brief you. Firstly, I've added a small description about the typography. On the top you can see I've given a lot of space for the primary font. So designers will know that this is the most important font we have to use. And then secondary font, I've given a small space on the left. On the right, for the body font, again I've given a space allocated. I've added the font name and the letters, how it would look, and the A letter I made it huge and pasted it over here. Same thing I've copied for secondary font as well. After adding all this, I've just aligned everything to the left alignment. By doing that, the typography session would be done. Alright, the next step on the content page would be colors. We'll duplicate our title slide. Let's change the title to colors, and let's change the number. Let's duplicate this slide, and then we'll just remove all the typography parts. This is gonna be very simple. We're gonna choose a rectangle and let's create a big rectangle over here. So this is gonna be for the primary color, which is this blue. Let's pick the color. So you can see a text on here. We're gonna change this to white. So on the bottom, we're gonna create another 2 rectangles for the secondary color. Create one over here, and then one we're gonna just duplicate it. And now let's choose the secondary color. Let's keep a border to it so that it'll be visible. Okay, so what I've done here is I've added the color name on the top, increasing the size a bit, and then below I've added the hex code. Same thing I've duplicated and pasted for the other two colors, and then finally I've added the same description how to use these colors. By doing that, our colors session would be completed. Alright guys, in the content panel the next step would be imagery. Let's duplicate the title slide again. Let's change the title, also the number. Alright, for the imagery slide you have to showcase the images. You can make it as unique as possible which suits that particular brand. Here what I've done is I plan to show all the images which we're gonna show of the interiors, the customers and everything in a black and white. So I've added everything in a black and white like a collage over here. And I've added a small description why I'm going to use that, and also where all we can use these kind of images. Now let's move to the next slide. Guys, for the layout system I'm gonna explain you. First you have to have a design ready which is approved design by the client. It's just showing that where all to place the elements in a layout if you are designing anything. Just a visual reference. What we can do is we can just add over here. We can type like final design. On the left we have to just recreate it everything with the shapes. When some designer sees it, they know that this is how we have to plan the layout by looking at this reference. So you can see here we have given a margin space, we have given a heading, we added a doodles and an image over here for designer. For the social media slide, we have to have a design already ready. Since you can notice this design I've used in the previous videos, what you do is just create a rectangle like this, and we can create a small profile, a basic structure of how a post would look, and then we can take this over here and we can center align it. Again, the only reason we are showing this is designers or anybody who's using the brand would know how to follow the social media structure. Also you can see on the behind I've added a logo mark which I've used in the first slide. We can also add a text on the bottom, but I think the visual itself talks more, so I felt no need of adding text at the bottom. And the final slide we can just add a logo and information about the brand. Any CTAs you can add over here, and also I felt this was too empty, so I've added a logo mark over here as well. This would be basic things that we can create in a brand guideline. If client requires more things like packaging and everything, you can just create a mock-up and add it over there. Apart from that, different brands will have different categories of slides and rules. If you're designing a cafe brand, you need a basic guideline, you can follow this one. And that's it for this video. You can download this file in the description. Do subscribe if you like these kind of content, and I'll see you in another one.